What's up, guys? I'm Tommy, and this is Alex to my left. Today we're here with senior Lily Dewan, girls lacrosse player. Thanks for being here, Lily.
Thank you. You are committed to St. Joe's University, says Tommy, so I'm kind of invading with this Villanova sweatshirt. Just outside of Philadelphia for field hockey, where you were first team All-Pac in the Liberty Division along with your sister Leah. You are first team All-Pac with your sister Elise, being second team for lacrosse last year. So with that, we know the past few years you've been dominant in the pack as opposed to last year. You won it 2 years ago. What do you guys expect this year?
I think this year it's definitely going to be a learning year. We lost 6 seniors, but 3 of them had major impacts on the team. But I mean, we're still going to be competitive, and we're excited to get to work and see what we can do.
Yeah, and speaking of those seniors, 2 of them had 100-plus goals, Michelle Zai and Megan Sinelli. Who do you see stepping up in their spot?
I think we have a lot of underclassmen coming up. We have to fill those roles, so I think not really sure yet because there's going to be new kids that we haven't played with yet. But, I mean, Leah, my sister, Alexa Katoya, they're all sophomores that I think are going to – they played last year, but they're going to pick up an even bigger role this year. So we're excited to see how they do.
Yeah. And then going back to those seniors, losing the Drakes in goal.
Yes.
Who's your goalie this year?
So we have Callie Fisher was the JV goalie last year, so she's was going to be the next one, but now Erin Donnelly was a defender last year. So she's stepping into the goal. As we know so far. So that's a loss on defense, so we have to figure that out. But she should be the goalie, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, with that, is there a different strategy, like more defensive team? Do players play from offense to defense, or is it just...
Yeah, it's kind of everything. I mean, the midfielders are going to play both, obviously, but without defense is what we lost probably the most. So finding those players that can play strong defense is kind of our key right now.
Yeah, and losing the competitiveness between them two, how did that affect the team with them being Emily and Natalie, that is, being twins? Emily had 100-plus saves in her career. How did that affect the practices and the competitiveness, not only between them two, but for the team?
I mean, we were only 2 days in, so we're still like kind of ironing things out, but they definitely brought the competitiveness last year, but I think the team so far, like we still have that, and we're going to continue to have it. So,
looking at the calendar early on, we know obviously OJR the past few years have been the team that you guys really want to beat. Is there a team this year that you're really looking forward to playing against?
I think the team this year, who I think most of us think Boyertown, I think they'll be pretty competitive. But I mean, Springford PV, they're always fun to play just because we're rivals and we see them a lot.
Yeah, I want to go to field hockey really quick with Boyertown. Obviously, a huge rival. You guys played them, 4 or 5 times last year.
Yeah.
How was it? You lost 3 games against them, but you beat them in the biggest one, in the PAC championship. How did you, stepping back from that season, feel?
It was pretty cool. I mean, as far as the PAC, I said it in like interviews throughout the season, but like for us seniors, we were there. Freshman year was COVID, but the past 2 years we were there and fell just short. Yeah. So I think, especially playing them, that was the 3rd time we played them, losing twice. It was kind of like us as the seniors, like trying to get everyone excited because everyone was like, we lost them, like we're not good, whatever. And I think once we turned that mindset, we played probably the game of the season that we had for some of the players, like the game of their career so far. And I think when we put it all together to see that we were just as good as them and could beat them, it was really cool to see.
Did they bring extra energy to the team when you guys played them?
Yeah, for sure.
And you probably knew a lot about them by that 3rd and 4th game. I guess was that districts, that 4th one?
Yeah.
So you won a PAC championship with field hockey then this year, and lacrosse 2 years ago. A couple of field hockey players also played lacrosse. Which one, what do you remember the most about them?
I think for lacrosse, it was a lot of defense, but it was more of like the mindset. I mean, for both of them, it was the mindset, but going in for lacrosse, it was like we had to get the ball. If we had the ball, we were going to stall.
Okay.
And then it was just playing like tight defense, and I think that game was definitely, there's no sub. She didn't make a sub the entire game, which was crazy. You don't see that often. So that was definitely like one of the big things was just not everyone was like a lot of people played the full game throughout the season, but I think that was just the biggest like mindset, keeping your head in the game because it was a long game, and when we had the ball, it was like stalling and keeping it on our side to give ourselves a break. And as far as the field hockey one, I think just that's my sport personally. So I think like I wanted it so badly, especially losing 2 years in a row in the semis. So I think just putting it all together and like being there for my teammates as a leader was special.
And talking like strategy, how you are right now, coach being there for plenty of years, always having a really good program. What does she kind of bring as a coach to the team?
She brings a lot. I mean, she'll tell you how she feels, and like she's hard on you, but I mean, myself, a lot of us can take it, and I think that's what we need sometimes is to stay focused, and for her to she's very intense, very competitive, hard on us, like lots of running, but sometimes it sucks in the moment, but it's what we need, and that's how she has had a program like she does.
With this being her last year teaching, at least, do you know if she's going to stay coaching?
Not sure.
Okay, and do you have anything planned to celebrate her last year teaching?
Not yet, but
okay.
There might be something. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to disclose that. Okay, so back to Boyertown. What's the difference? So for field hockey, I don't think you even played up there because they don't have turf. They just have grass. What does that difference do? You're used to practicing on turf all the time here. How does that change the game?
I mean, for both, lacrosse is more in the air, so
yeah,
as long as we can catch it, we shouldn't see a problem.
So
as
you
much
do
as for
play
field hockey.
up at Boyertown?
But we'll play, yes. I think
Okay.
we're their senior night this year.
Oh,
too,
there you
which
go.
Should be good. So yeah, we play them away on their grass field.
Yeah.
But it's just a slower, obviously, because it's on the grass. And I think their field's a little bit smaller than usual. So taking that to our advantage.
And for field hockey, did they come down here twice?
Yes,
or
we played them home twice.
Okay, so
yeah.
does that change something for the regular season? Does that make it easier? I mean, you lost both. But
Yeah, we lost both. I think just as a mindset, it's easier. Like getting our home people out to the games. It's not far, but I mean, other than that, same game plan, same everything else.
You guys in the past have gone on spring trips. Are you guys planning on going one this year? Or?
I think we have a day trip to Penn State.
Okay.
See how that goes.
Did you do that last year?
Last year we did it overnight.
Okay.
But this year it's just a day.
What game do you look forward playing the most here this lacrosse season? Is it Boyertown, OJR?
I think it honestly all like any in the pack. I think Springford will be fun. We know people on that team, so that's always competitive. But I think Boyertown too, especially like they picked us as their senior night. I think they're not expecting much from us. So hopefully we can put something nice together and come up with a win.
Yeah. My last question I have for you, being a senior this year and, playing with the group you've been playing with for years, how are you guys really going to be the leaders that your team needs and show the underclassmen the way?
I think we're doing a pretty good job so far, but just kind of like being there for them. I think there's 14 of us. So majority of the team is seniors. But like there's 11 freshmen coming up, and I mean they're hesitant, they're new. Like I said, Markle, she's can be loud, but like we love it. But I think just getting them adjusted to the different coaching styles. We have 2 new coaches this year, so kind of just being there for them if they need anything. And
who are the 2 new coaches?
Mr. Kistler and Mrs. Alvarenga.
Okay, are they JV or are they?
Kistler is JV, and Coach A is like the varsity assistant.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I know we're talking about spring sports, but you're also the tribe. I don't know. What are you one of the leaders?
Yeah.
Okay. So how has that been for you this year?
It's been fun. It's been challenging. I'm sure everyone knows a bunch of there's a lot of meetings we had to have about behavior and stuff. But I mean, running the Instagram, it's definitely time consuming, but it's fun. I like it. So.
What about Miss Pitt? As your leader, she's had to deal with all that too. Has she been a great leader?
Yeah, she's awesome. The 3 of us leaders, we love her. And
who's the 3?
It's me, Max Little, Chase Fisher.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
And then we talked about the underclassmen. Are there any that you have really standed out? You talked about Alexa and Who else did you say? Your sister
Leah,
Leah.
yeah. I think like it's only day 2 of practice.
Mhm.
We've had some off-season stuff, but the freshman group, they're definitely good. I think compared to other teams coming, like there's always a couple that are like really good, but I think this group as a whole is very like competitive. So I'm excited to see how they grow throughout the season, and like the sophomores that are stepping up, and even the juniors.
Yeah.
There's a couple, Carmela Mero coming back. She ran track last year, so she'll be back
Okay.
for lacrosse. I think it's just exciting to see how everyone will grow throughout the season.
And man, I forgot my question. No, I lost
I'll
it.
take over. With there being a bunch of freshmen, do you guys just do JV varsity? Is there a freshman team? Is there?
There hasn't been. I don't think there will be,
Okay.
but there's a lot of players. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's gonna.
So big team.
Yeah,
or a
especially
lot
with
of
the
cuts?
there's 14 seniors, 2 are managers, so 12. I mean, that's a whole starting lineup. So we're curious to see how they handle that. I mean, we'll find out shortly, I guess.
So you lost in districts to Penridge last year on the road. Do you want to have a home playoff game? Is that a goal?
Yes,
This year?
definitely to have a home playoff game,
Or home
especially the
district.
first round. Even
Yeah.
a bye would be great, but take anything.
Where are PAX this year?
Not sure.
Okay. Where's the goal? I think up in what's the goal for that? For PAX?
I mean, I think
Obviously
the
you
goal
wanna-
is always to get to the championship. A win would be great, but we'll see how the season goes and who takes this.
All right.
Awesome.
Anything else?
I got nothing. Thanks, Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.